Good morning. It's supposed to storm tonight, and I thought because of the storm warning and heavy rains that today would be a perfect day to fertilize. I'm not an organic gardener. I do have to fertilize my palms and my azaleas and my citrus trees. Palm trees, I use this stuff, Vigoro, and palms will show signs of stress by the new leaves turning yellow or being tinged with bits of brown, and that's usually an indication that they need manganese or magnesium. And this palm fertilizer is specifically formulated to provide those trace nutrients. I sound like a commercial. You have to apply it versus the instructions, or using the instructions, and it basically goes by the height of the tree. So, for instance, this windmill palm is turning yellow at the bottom. That's kind of normal. Palms are kind of messy because they'll turn yellow. Those fronds will eventually turn brown and then fall flat against the trunk. And in nature, they fall off gradually once when they're back against the trunk like that. But it looks kind of messy, so normally I trim those dead branches off, which we did last week to the taller windmill palms. So you'll notice the leaves are yellowed around the bottom ones. If the top leaves start to get yellowed, that's an indication that something's gone wrong and you need to fertilize more than likely. Palms are very heavy feeders. They take fertilization 4 times a year. And basically you just follow the directions. For the taller palms, I put about a cup down for each palm tree. Citrus I have for my oranges and lemons. I've got rose in bloom. I have a few rose flowers, rose bushes, and they do need to be fertilized. This rose in bloom is required every, I think, 3 to 4 weeks, and you just sprinkle a couple of teaspoons per rose. I should say I've weeded this bed out of the roses. These are all Oklahoma roses, which is a very dark red, fragrant rose. They do pretty well in zone 8. They don't tend to get black spot. However, the problem is they don't really do well outside for the flowers, for the blooms. Usually what I do is as soon as the blooms open, I cut them and bring them in the house to enjoy them, because in the heat of the summer here in our zone 8B, pretty much it'll go from bud to a full-blown, almost spent flower by the end of the day, so they don't tend to last long in the heat. Bushes, however, do pretty well. And I also have some yellow knockout roses. Those are the only knockouts with fragrance, and it's amazing how the couple of blossoms, and they're not a double rose, they're a single rose, but a couple of blossoms will really scent up the whole backyard. And finally, all my big azaleas and camellias need to be fed as well, so I have azalea, camellia, and rhododendron food. In addition to these, today I'm also going to be adding soil acidifier, which I don't have on the table right now, to my hydrangeas. I have all Nico blue hydrangeas, and by adding some soil acidifier to each bush, it'll give a nice deep blue flower. So that's about it. Now I have to get to work and start spreading. Most of them, the directions call for cups. That's why I have a special plastic measuring cup that I use, and the only one that requires teaspoons is the rose. Just a couple of teaspoons per rose bush. So that's about it for today. I'm going to go ahead and get this fertilizer out and then let the rain soak it in tonight. So have a good day. Talk to you after the storm. Bye.